evening, everybody, and
Yo.
welcome to our Nerd Rage Gaming Thursday stream. We actually didn't run a stream today just because, a plethora of different things. Our fearless leader Dan is currently in Japan right now.
It's his birthday.
It's
Happy
his birthday.
birthday.
Yeah, make sure to wish him a happy birthday. Tweet at him,
Happy birthday, Dan
Dan.
Hugar.
He's fresh off of his, I think he got what top 128 finish at Seville special event.
Yeah, he had a good time, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. And a lot of players just coming out today needing their reps. I also needed to play too, just because, I'll be playing in Milwaukee this weekend. So, plethora of different reasons for us to not have our stream today. But we still wanted to come on here and just kind of talk about the Milwaukee meta here, talk about a league update, talk about what's been going on with the league, how who's currently front runner, first place, second place, all of that stuff, and then just talk about some of our thoughts leading into the Milwaukee weekend. So, joined
Yeah.
here with my boy Kev here. So, Kev, how have you been liking the league so far? And what are some of your thoughts going into Milwaukee?
Honestly, I've been having a really good time here with the league. We've been pulling out a lot of players. So we had a total of 41 people here today.
Yeah,
So shout out to everybody who did show up. A lot of people from out of town because, the regional is this weekend. And since the regional is this weekend, everyone's, play testing every single
yeah,
thing that they want to have, this weekend. Some people had some really crazy cards in their decks today. Made it for some interesting games, and now we have the leaderboards a little bit shaken up
yeah,
too.
definitely. So yeah, there's definitely been some movement happening in the leaderboard here. And then Arctic, happy birthday to your mom, same as
Happy
Dan's birthday.
happy birthday!
Yep.
But
So
yeah, so
yeah,
where do you want to start? Do you want to talk about like the? I think that we can kind of like go over some of the the top 10
yeah,
of the
definitely.
standings. Keon and Ryan Prusak, both went 4-0. Senior with the 3-1.
Yep.
Nick Weber went 3-1.
Colin 3-1
Con
too.
3-1.
Yeah.
Um, Sky
Sky
3-1.
3-1, which is crazy because during my round three, Sky was at table 20 with me and
Yeah.
ended up pulling out the
Sometimes
the
you
big
gotta,
Dubsky.
you pull the 0-1 comeback.
Yeah.
But, I think from everything that kind of like it goes on after that, we had Ethan Sklansky
Yeah.
3-1. Martin going 3-1, which puts him in first place, I believe,
Yeah.
during for the league.
Yeah, because he was second place going into this league or this week of league, and Christian Jr. ended up going 1-3 this week. So Martin's going to be going ahead of him this
Yeah.
week. Yep.
And so I also went 2-2 as well as Larry, which puts me and Larry, I believe, tied for second.
Okay.
Junior drops down 1 point below us. Martin goes like 2 points ahead of us.
Yep.
And then I believe Alec goes to like one below us.
Yeah.
I'm not
That
entirely
sounds about
sure.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, like we had 15 people go 3-1 today. So 15 people are getting some store credit today, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
which is great. So X1 will pretty much always get store credit at NRG, so they'll get a nice little $20 little prize, and more store credit actually from this pot gets thrown into our invitational as well.
hmm
So the more people that come out, the more that store credit pile kind of starts to grow a little bit more, which is really cool to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, I know we have and now we have the regional coming up.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Are you feeling like you're a little prepared? How you feeling going the
I don't
weekend?
even know how I feel about the event. I didn't do that great today. I went 0-3-1. Tying the first round definitely wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but you know, kind of got to get the bad games out first. So hopefully that's the
Yeah.
case of that, and then kind of go from there. I've been playing this 60 card list for a couple weeks now, so I think I kind of have a good grasp about what's going on here. Probably going to change one or two cards out for the weekend, and then kind of go from there. Yes, and Dan, you are getting the birthday shout
Yeah.
out.
We did give Dan the birthday shout out. So
Yeah,
again, happy birthday, Dan.
happy birthday, Dan.
Hope you're having a fun time,
Yes.
exploring the world.
Yeah, all that food you were sending our group chat looked so good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, have a good one. But I think like we're just kind of like, um, just wrapping up like the night here.
Yeah.
I know we have the regional coming up, so a lot of people are just gonna head up tomorrow. It's pretty local, which is
Yeah.
really good. A lot of people are in our area driving distance, so I know I'm gonna drive up tomorrow. You're probably
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
drive up.
driving up tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
So
So everyone's driving up. It's gonna be a lot of people from this area are gonna be there. So, you know, be
yeah,
sure to say hi
yeah, and
and
if you see any of us, make sure to say what's up. Let us know that you watch the stream. It's great to kind of like finally meet people who are involved in the stream and stuff like that in chat. So it'll be good to finally put names to faces to everybody. So make sure you guys all come and say what's up. I'll be in the venue pretty much all day Friday, and then all day Saturday kind of thing. So make sure to come say hello. Yeah.
yeah. So do you have any final thoughts before we wrap this up? I think we kind of like touched on everything. We have
Yeah.
Milwaukee coming up. I mean, we can talk about
Yeah, let's talk about the meta a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's maybe do like, um,
Yeah, we can just talk about like the top three decks.
yeah,
What do you think are gonna be the top three right now?
yeah. I think out of like play rate, I think Gardevoir is going to be the number one deck. I think Dragapult will be number two, and then number three, I believe, is probably going to be like a Raging Bolt or like a Terra Box kind of situation.
Yeah, no, I could see something like that. In my opinion, I still think Dragapult's still gonna be the number one played deck. I
Hmm.
think it's gonna be like upwards to like 15%,
Yeah,
even with like Guardy keep let like
even with
winning.
Guardy winning three events, you
See,
still,
this is what I
yeah,
think is like Guardy is like played by the Guardy players. Like
yeah,
not a lot of people just switch over to Guardy. If you've been playing Guardy, you're probably playing Guardy. Um, but you know the deck is pretty difficult to play for a lot of people,
yeah, definitely.
especially in a new format still. Like we're not too deep into rotation. Rotation was like last month, right?
Yeah,
Like
not even. It's probably been like 3 or 4 weeks technically of like of
yeah,
official rotation. People have been playing for a lot longer than that, but like it's probably been like three
yeah.
or 4 weeks total.
So I think it definitely goes up in play rate, but I don't think it goes like really high. I think Dragapult's still everyone's like favorite deck right now.
Yeah.
Um, we'll definitely see some Goldango being up there in like the
Yeah,
top three.
Goldango is probably another one too. I feel like
Yeah.
that's probably going to be like number three.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I like and then we'll see a bunch of everything kind of like spreading out with like Terra Box, the Turtle deck. We'll see some Joltix
Yeah.
definitely spiking up, and all those decks that are just gonna be like kind of like creeping up a little bit. But we'll see some Raging Bolts. We'll see all that stuff. Um, I'm not sure how much we'll see of it, but it will definitely be there. And then we'll just have to kind of like see how things go.
Yeah, definitely. So, if anybody in chat thinks they have any other differing opinions for us, we'd love to kind of hear that. Dan saying that Guardy's play rate will increase and the conversion drops off. Yes, I agree because um, there's definitely gonna be a lot of people trying to pick up the deck for the event, and
Hmm.
yeah, it's definitely a harder deck to play, and there's gonna be a lot of people trying to beat the deck as well. So people trying to play stuff like the Terra Box can kind of run it over, Joltik can definitely kind of run over Guardy sometimes really early, and the Zoroark deck, which is also
Ooh,
kind of like
yeah.
fresh off of a top four finish at the Seville special event, so that could also be another sleeper play into the event as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of new things are like kind of emerging in the format, which is pretty cool.
yeah, and yeah.
A lot of people were, kind of just like seeing how Dragapult was like taking over, and now people are trying to find answers, and people are now finding answers.
Yeah,
Um,
Arctic's saying that Dengo does have a great Guardy matchup. I mean, we, we ended up playing that
yeah,
matchup a little bit too.
no,
So
yeah, I've been
yeah,
playing the Goldango Pult, the Pango. It's been really fun. I've been playing it since Atlanta. So I feel like the deck is really good. There's definitely like times where the deck just doesn't work,
yeah,
and it's just like those are just like the bolts you're gonna have to take when you're playing a little bit more of an inconsistent engine. And uh,
it's inconsistent and consistent at the
yeah,
same time. It's like inconsistent initially, but once you're able to kind of set up your pieces, like you have
yeah,
the most consistent draw engine in the game, kind of
yeah,
thing.
and it's a safe, nice little one prize engine. You do have an answer at Cornerstone. It's not necessarily the fastest and easiest to set up, but if you can like maneuver your your TM Evos, if you can maneuver your Cypher Maniacs, like you can definitely get there and definitely take out some of those nasty Cornerstone guys. So,
Yeah, definitely.
but yeah. Do you have any final words? I think I
No, I
think
think
we kind of
that's
went over everything.
yeah, that sounds about like right. I mean, we were able to kind of go over an update to the league. We'll post another updated standings on our Twitter as well once we kind of punch all these things into the spreadsheet. and then we'll do an updated graphic for that as well. So hopefully we get to see a lot of you guys in Milwaukee, and make sure to come say hello. Good luck to everybody who's competing in the event themselves as well, and hopefully we can get some good and clean games. Yeah, Bass and Brews, we have no games today just because everybody was a little busy. Everybody also wants to play games too, so we had to kind of cut it today, just so that we can kind of just talk instead, and then everybody wanted to kind of get their practice in as well. Yep.
Yeah, everyone wanted to get some reps in today. So,
Mhm.
um, but we're here to update the league, and then we'll definitely try our best to be back. I believe next week, and we should be good.
Week after,
Week
because
after.
there's gonna be a Magic
Oh,
Series
okay,
event
okay.
next week.
So yeah,
Yeah, so not the 8th, but the 15th we'll be back.
cool,
Full ahead. Okay.
cool.
Perfect. All right. Thanks again for everybody for watching. Make sure to tweet at us if you have any concerns or any sort of questions, suggestions, or anything like that. And hope to see you guys in Milwaukee.
Awesome, dude.
Yep.
All right, you want to close this out for
Yeah,
us?
I'll close it out.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate